Deontay got offered a multi-fight deal by Mr. Eddie Hearn of Metro Boxing, and that deal includes 2 fights against Anthony Joshua. The first to be 60-40 in favor of Joshua, and if he beats Joshua in the rematch, he gets 50% post split. But the most interesting part is the first fight against anyone for the sum of 15 million US dollars to fight any one of his choice, either be it Brazil, Molina, Adam Konaki, Dillian White, anyone he wants to fight. Because we all know that the Fury fight has been cancelled. Let's say Fury dogged water, okay? Normally I don't say this, but after watching the recent interview of Tyson Fury, by Kugan Cassius of Firefair TV, I'm very, very disappointed in Fury. And from now henceforth, I'm going to be saying the truth, okay? And that means saying things how I see it. Because Fury really, really docked that fight with Water. And also Water himself has been docking Joshua. There is no lies about that. Because if you look at those guys right now, when it comes to fighting Joshua, they all have their demands. High demands. High financial demands, because they know if they get beat by Joshua, their career will basically come to an end, except they put up a good fight. But they are not going to be the same like they were when after the Joshua fight. So if Joshua defeats them. And also, Water turned down the deal from ESPN from Bob Arum. And now he has been offered 15 million US dollars to fight Tomer Brazil, Adam Konaki, any one of his choice on Dazn. And after that, fights Anthony Joshua for 60-40. And if he wins, then the rematch for 50-50. 50-50 post-split. What do I think about this? I think this is the best deal ever, that we ever get from any promoter or promotional company. And if he doesn't take this deal, that means he's going to regret it forever. Forever. Next of the Boxing Voice, a Super Water ass liquor has been kind of objective about this deal. Yeah, he's been, and all his fanboys have been also doing the same. They saying that Water can go to Hearn and demand 60 million for his next fight. Oh, I laugh in Chinese. These guys are just crazy. You think Hearn will pay Deontay Water 60 million for his next fight? You think so? You really think so? Showtime is running out of money, and Dazn is spending money like it's nothing. And those guys, whether they like it or not, at some point, they are going to realize that Dazn is the real deal. Dazn are not just based in America. They've got branches everywhere. In Germany, they are doing fantastic. They have even overtaken Sky Sports. There's Sky Sports here in Germany as well. So they have They are trying to overtake Sky Sports, and people are already embracing their platform. You know, in Austria, the same stuff happening there. In Italy, the same stuff is happening there. In Japan, they are now the biggest in Japan. In Brazil, they will be one of the biggest very soon. They are taking over everywhere. In Spain, they are doing the same stuff right now. So, whether you like it or not, Dazn are going to make big moves, and they are going to really take over at some point. We know America is a huge market, but it's a market for everyone to compete in. All it needs is just money, connection, and motivation. And Dazn has all of that. A lot of people are downplaying the fact that Dazn is an app and other stuff. Well, Americans, I don't know why they think that, streaming service is not the future. Streaming service is the future. You watch Netflix. Netflix is a streaming service. So, I don't know why some of them behave very ignorant, but some of them knows the real deal. Some who are really into technology, they knows what it is. They know the future belongs to streaming service. The future of sports, the future of movies, belongs to streaming service. The future of entertainment, of music, all belongs to streaming service. That's just the fact. Whether you like it or not, is the fact. Nobody's going to go to a store and go buy a CD, an album. I mean, there is these stores right there, but it's not common anymore. Just check online and stream it. Pay for it online and listen to music. Very easy. By the way, what are my thoughts about the deal Eddie Hearn has offered Deontay Water? Like I said before, it's the best deal ever. What do we ever get from any promotional company or from any promoter? Bob Arum would do that. No, they're not going to pay that much for Water. They know Water is an important figure in every division, but they also know that he's not commercially, endowed like the likes of Anthony Joshua. If Bob Arum could get his hands on Joshua, he will do everything to do so, because I can see ESPN trying to freeze out Joshua. Not to freeze him out personally, but not trying to promote his fight against Miller. I can see them doing that. They also canceled the meeting as well, the interview of Joshua and Miller in their platform. So it's like Game of Thrones, people wanting to be the king, people fighting for the throne. And I know one network that will come on top or be one of the biggest platform in America, and that's Dazn, whether you like it or not. So Water fans and fanboys are not happy with the deal Eddie Hearn offered Deontay Water. Man, that is very disappointed and very, very, bad in a sense that Water hasn't gotten a deal like that before, and Heyman isn't offering Water such deal. Heyman is a very good advisor, I must say. He's still the advisor to Danny Jacobs. And Danny Jacobs is signed with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn is saying, don't sign with me, don't sign with Dazn. Let's make a deal, a multi-fight deal. The first fight for $50 million against anyone of your choice. The second fight must be against Anthony Joshua. They want to beat it up. They want their audience to get to know who Water is and Joshua will be fighting this. We know the fight is already big, you know, but Wilder still needs a lot of exposure because he's not known in his own country, and that's the saddest part of it. But maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe there's a reason why he isn't known. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe people don't like his character. Maybe people don't like how he talks. Maybe people don't like how he portrays himself. Maybe people don't like the fact that he's not an urban guy, but shout like a loudmouth, or like or behave arrogant in a certain way people don't like, or the sponsors don't want to really sponsor him, because an American heavyweight champion should be getting sponsors from all over. That's just the fact. And Wilder isn't getting that. Wilder is not getting that. Wilder has been left out all alone by himself. And Heyman cannot save him. So I think the best thing right now is for him to sign a deal. And Hearn is not saying you should sign with Matchroom. He's saying sign a multi-fight deal, get a Joshua fight. And if he does that, that will be the best move ever. But I don't think he will sign that deal. I have my doubts, because we know this guy is a guy that tones out or tones down deals anyhow. You know, good deals. He's toned down good deals in the past to fight in a white. Why do you think he wouldn't tone this down? Why? Because his fans right now, they're all saying, some of them are saying it's a good deal. Some of them are saying that he has to be 50-50 for the first fight. He's not going to be 50-50, I'm sorry. 50-50 post-split is not going to be that for the first time. And if I was at the end, I would just forget about this guy and move on. But I know Joshua wants that belt. So they should really show the boxing fans who really wants to fight. And that is Joshua. Joshua wants that belt because he wants to get his hands on that belt to become the undisputed heavyweight king of the universe. So I don't think Wilder can stop him from achieving his goal. Wilder can only delay it, but cannot stop it. That's just the fact, guys. What do you guys think about the deal? I mean, I was very surprised for Eddie Hearn to say that. I mean, to offer such a deal to Wilder. I mean, that's a huge deal. $50 million to fight bums. Wilder could choose any bum to fight and get paid. So, I don't know, guys. I just want to see the best fight the best. And Joshua is the best right now. So all the other guys should fight him. You know, boxing politics will definitely, harm boxing in the future. People will lose interest because of the politics. The politics has been going on for a very long time, but right now, people are not so patient like they were back in the days, Back in the days, there was no social media, and nowadays Twitter is the is the source where you get the news from, main source where news are regularly reported, And also fight fans have conversations, have arguments on social media. So at some point, when the politics gets too much, people are just going to turn off and move on with their lives, That's just a fact. I can see why, I can see the reason why boxing is not that huge in America like it used to be. But I think the time will come, but it just depends on if people want to be patient with the boxing politics of it or not. All depends on the fans. So, Wilder fanboys, are very skeptical about this deal. Some are saying it's nice, some are saying it's not nice. Next of the Boston Voice, who is the #1 water fanboy ever, he's kind of skeptical in a way that's saying, oh, it should just be 20 million. Like, for real? I don't know, guys. You guys should give your thoughts below what you think about the deal. Like, share the video, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. Cheers, everyone.